Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Water Cooler Quarterback, where we act like we know things about football. My name is Andrew, and I was just going to record a trade deadline video today. That's what I wrote, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the absolute chaos that was Week 7 of the NFL. The Bills, the Commanders, the Buccaneers and Raiders, the Lions, the Rams, and the Packers all suffered upsets. And let me tell you, it has left pick'em leagues everywhere in absolute shambles. I mean, look at this. Look at it. It's awful. This past weekend has completely reshaped everything I thought I knew about this league. I mean, seriously, as we head into the heart of the schedule here, throw out all your preconceived notions because we don't know anything and it's just going to continue to get crazy. And with all that in mind, October 31st is quickly approaching, and with it, the trade deadline. Any trades that are going to happen this year have to be made before Tuesday the 31st at 4 p.m. Eastern. After that, teams are locked in. Outside of, signing guys for free agency, cutting guys, but you can't trade anymore. So today we are going to be taking a look at some of the key players that could be on the move before the deadline. Now, first of all, there are always a lot of rumors about big-name guys getting traded, so let's go ahead and see if any of those hold any water. First up, we have got Saquon Barkley, who has said he doesn't want to get traded, but given how New York's season has gone so far, he may not have a choice. Now, do I think New York is going to move on from Saquon? No, not likely. I highly doubt it because he is so much of their offense, and without him, that team truly has no identity. Plus, he just feels like a New York Giant. I truly cannot imagine him on any other team, so I'd be pretty shocked to see him anywhere else. Then we've got a pair of Titans. Both Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins are elite-level players nearing the end of their career. And given that Tennessee's season hasn't really gone according to plan, I wouldn't be surprised to see the team move on from these two former stars. Now, you could say exactly what I said about Saquon Barkley about both Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins here. Without these two, the Titans' offense is in shambles and is fully without an identity. But I think that these two teams are in completely different spots. The Titans, in my eyes, are in full-on teardown mode. It's not like the Titans are going to keep these guys here for the next 5 years. I think both players are nearing the end of their productive careers. And if they're not in win-now mode, it's probably best to just build up some draft capital and then use that to build up the team around the young quarterback you got this year or the young quarterback you got last year. Clearly, the Titans are trying to move forward, so hanging on to guys like Henry and Hopkins just, I think, goes against their philosophy at this point. Then there's also talk about Jerry Jeudy being on the move out of Denver. He's been linked to the Colts for some reason, and while I don't really think that moves the needle on Indy too much, he could be a very good piece for Anthony Richardson when he comes back next year. So I could definitely see this one happening, but I wouldn't count on it, especially if Steve Smith has anything to say about it.
I'm sorry that I said you were a jag, just a guy. You're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on, and when teams call me, I will say no, don't trade for Jerry Jeudy.
Then there's also rumors of huge names like Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson being on the trading block, but personally, I don't see that happening. But hey, never say never, right? I mean, the news of Tyreek Hill wanting out of Kansas City dropped, and then like 2 or 3 hours later, he was already a Dolphin. So these trades can come out of absolute nowhere. Okay, so we've talked about some of the rumors that have been circulating around this year's trade deadline, but what do I actually think is going to happen? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the buyers, teams that are 1, maybe 2 pieces away from truly contending. First up, I've got the Cowboys trading for a running back. Tony Pollard hasn't been the home run hitter that we've seen the past couple of years, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the team is now lacking someone like Ezekiel Elliott to bring power to that backfield. So I could definitely see Dallas reaching out to Tennessee about Derrick Henry. Bringing in the league's premier power back could really complement this offense. And having to deal with Derrick Henry and Tony Pollard at the same time, I don't know how defenses would compete with that. Sticking in the NFC East, the Eagles have made it known that they want to beef up their secondary before the deadline. So definitely look for them to trade... What? Uh-huh. Oh, they did. They traded for Kevin Byard, the Titans all-pro safety? Okay. Well, it sounds like the Eagles did beef up their secondary before the deadline. Wow, the Eagles getting Kevin Byard, that is a huge boost for their defense. And I literally had it in my script before that news came out. If this video came out like a day earlier, I would have looked like a prophet. And then there's the Bills, and wow, they've looked bad lately. They could definitely use another offensive playmaker. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go out and make a play for a talented running back or wide receiver. Heck, Jerry Jeudy might not go to the Colts. He might go to the Bills, actually, the more I think about it. And in a league where the rich only get richer, look for the Vikings defender Danielle Hunter, who already has 8 sacks on the season, to go to a true contender, someone like the Chiefs or someone else in that upper echelon. As for sellers we'll see at the deadline, I would say just about any team with 2 wins or less is probably going to be selling off all but 1, maybe 2 pieces to get ready for next year's draft and start building from scratch. And that is all I've got for you today, folks. I hope your favorite team goes out and trades for that guy you've been dying to have all season long. You know, that guy that's surely going to get you over the hump and send you on to the promised land? I hope everybody's team gets that guy. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more football content all season long. And go ahead and drop a comment on who you would like to see your team grab before October 31st. Until next time, my name is Andrew, this is Water Cooler Quarterback, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.